Are Battlefield 5 channels really dying? It's a question that everyone, well, not really everyone is asking, like a few people are asking. And I thought, well, who better to tackle that question than me, considering I'm the only one here right now. So I'm not here to bash the game, criticize it, or go over its failings again. As I said recently, I see no reason to go into that anymore. And actually, I can now have some fun on the game, at least for a little while, when I don't take it too seriously and I play with people. So that's great. But no, this video is about the creators, the Battlefield YouTubers, and to some degree streamers, because a commonly expressed feeling is now that Battlefield channels are dying or dead or simply moving away, and that's of interest to some of you out there because you enjoy watching Battlefield, or even if you don't play it now, in the future you might want to watch Battlefield again. So what a great topic for a video. So this is going to be my spin, my perspective, give you some info from the other side of the curtain as I am a creator for the game, and you can give me all of your thoughts and what you've noticed in the comments below. This is going to be structured just like a conversation piece between myself and you guys. I'm just sat here with a beer doing this, so nice and relaxed. And yes, very quickly, I am still looking to hit 50k subscribers. That is the current goal. If you want to help me get there, please do hit that button. I upload a lot of Battlefield content as well as mixing in other stuff and streams. My job is to entertain you, so please do consider doing that. If you like the sound of it, it will be very, very much appreciated. So yeah, let's get straight into it. It should be absolutely no surprise to you that viewership for Battlefield 5 content is down. Like, way, way down. Like, really far down. This is to be expected. Not that many people are playing the game, as I have covered in recent weeks and months. I did a couple videos on this. The numbers are very, very low for Battlefield in general, even for the current Battlefield title being Battlefield 5. Numbers even lower than I expected, actually. If you want to go and find that video, it's on my channel. I think it's the main one when you go on my channel at the top, so you can find that there. But also, this is easily reflected in the viewership numbers for individual videos. If you go to a Battlefield YouTuber's channel, anyone you like, you'll be able to easily see a downturn in views for their Battlefield specific videos over the past 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever. Generally, that will be the case at least, with some fluctuation for hit videos, for Ties of War releases, that kind of business. A few peaks here and there, but many, many troughs. And it's important to say this is what happens for games. It's just hit Battlefield 5 at a much earlier than anticipated point, I guess. Much, much earlier. Currently looking like leaving us with no fresh content for the game, or indeed a fresh game to play for way over a year. This is very unusual for Battlefield, and indeed games in general now that are part of AAA series, like a franchise like Battlefield. And yes, this is hugely damaging to content creators, or at least it can be. The main upside though being that it hints at DICE and EA really focusing on turning this all around with the next title, seemingly trying to ensure it works out well and doesn't kill off the series entirely, which I can assure you would be even worse for creators on Battlefield. So that's a kind of thumbs up-ish when we look for the silver lining. But also as an upside is a comparison point. When a game fails, ends early, or just comes to its natural termination point, the creators who base their channels on that game have significantly, let's say, larger problems than for Battlefield creators right now. Yes, it's a long stretch of difficulty to come for people like me, but we know there is more to come from this franchise. For creators on games that aren't so long running, it can truly then, for them, be a point of risk that their channel might literally die. It's something I thought about when Star Wars Battlefront 2 ended. Just suddenly, you know, there you go, it's gone. Just a message one day, this is over. And nothing has really been hard confirmed for its future, for Star Wars Battlefront. Whether it is actually all over, how long it will be, if not, and other such questions, unless I've just missed the news, let me know if I have. I don't think I have. And for creators on that game and games like it, they're left looking at finding some alternative to make a success of, which, trust me, can be extremely difficult when it comes to content creation, or their content creation days might just fade away, or they just go full-time streamers, you know. But basically, it's a big hurdle for them to jump, much larger than for Battlefield creators right now, even though it's still not great. And I feel for them immensely. They have my sympathy. It's the risk of not diversifying or managing to diversify, of course, but that in itself can be unbelievably difficult due to algorithm, audiences not wanting to watch other content, that kind of stuff. But back to Battlefield specifically, it depends on the size of the channel how they're going to be affected. If it's a very, very big channel, they've got a large enough subscriber base, and generally their videos get recommended to a decent degree, that they have a bit more freedom to play other games and have it work out. Even if not straight away, they've got the foundation in place that it can work if they do it right. There's one very prominent Battlefield creator who is mixing in another game, has been for a while now, well, I'll just say Call of Duty, and it's working out well for him. He's large enough that it can can work, that his videos on other games don't just get instantly stomped down. It's not as if he just releases stuff on anything and it'll work. I'm not saying it's that easy for him, and he's done it very well, but he is at a stage where it is possible. There's also a much larger Battlefield creator out there who now is basically a variety gamer, and he can make videos on basically anything and it will get views because, again, very large subscriber base, recommended videos, it starts to pick up some traction and boom, it blows up. Even if it's not a very successful one for him, it's still basically a big hit video for your average YouTuber. Then on the flip side, there's the much smaller Battlefield channels, and for them this is dire. And I probably don't really need to explain this aspect, but they already were maybe struggling to pull much traction, maybe this was their game to grow on, and that's been kind of pulled away from them now. Like, I had Battlefield 1 set in place my small foundation, and that never really faltered, which I'm very happy about. Battlefield 5 was hopefully going to be my blow-up point, and that hasn't really worked out, at least not to the degree I want. But for people much smaller than I am, this is a big deal. And yes, their channel is at risk unless they just push through, or they find another game, or they somehow come up with some inventive idea to make it work. And then you got people in the middle, people like me, I would say, where it is the situation is very much in the middle as well. It's not good, but we have the possibility to push through or make other things work if we do it right, just to a lesser degree, or with more difficulty than the much larger guys. So what I'm saying is I'm breaking this down into, you can diversify if you're a Battlefield channel, you can choose to move away, you can just stop uploading, or you can persevere with the game. And so some will die depending on what they do. Some will die just because they go all into diversifying and it doesn't work due to algorithm and all that kind of stuff. Some will move away and they'll die. Some will just stop uploading completely, which I don't support unless you just don't really want to do content creation at all. I know it's hard when the views are lower, but seriously, just stopping uploading because Battlefield's in this state makes it much harder if you choose to come back one day. All this stuff right now is bonus growth if you choose to keep going with it. And then there's persevering. If you don't do it right, your channel might die anyway, but all of these options, apart from just stopping uploading, can see success still come to different degrees. So it's not as if all Battlefield channels are just suddenly dying or dead, but it's very difficult, requires some real grind or inventiveness or creativity or patience or all of them in one go. But some channels, yes, they will disappear, 100%, either because they've chosen that or not. Streaming is a little less difficult, but still difficult, of course. But people are more willing to just tune into a stream here and there than just watch the videos. It's a different thing. It can work against you or for you, I guess, but mixing in both of them if you can is obviously a pretty solid way to go. Yeah, that's a good outlook to have. And it's part of my outlook looking forward. I'm going to be mixing in streaming very soon, initially on YouTube, maybe moving somewhere else after I've tried it out on YouTube. But if you don't know, my schedule is going to hopefully be something like uploading a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, streaming Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. The streaming on Tuesday and Thursday will usually be Battlefield, sometimes other stuff. The streaming on Sunday will be whatever I want. And then maybe evening streams if I choose to. They're optional and they'll be on just anything I happen to be playing. But I do want to kind of round this out by saying that the next Battlefield is a long way off from a short-term perspective. But if you're looking long-term, it will just suddenly be here. That just happens. And those that have a plan, are motivated and produce high-quality content, well, they'll have the opportunity to absolutely flourish again. Either solidifying their already strong backing or simply increasing their position, or you'll have the new breed coming through and building a channel that you will go on to watch, hopefully, and maybe they'll become very successful Battlefield or just in general gaming YouTubers. Now, sponsorship obviously is very important right now, as is community support, because video viewership for Battlefield is down. So thank you for the sponsors out there. Thank you for the community support out there, not just for me, but for Battlefield creators in general, and on any games that then fail and the YouTubers are left a bit stuck and they're held up by their sponsors and their community. That's awesome. It's going to be very important to cover new games when they come out, something I've not done a very good job of so far. I've always come to games a bit late, apart from Apex Legends, where I did very well for a little while before deciding I didn't want to do it anymore. So I'm going to try and do that. And it's also important to leverage opportunities as you grow. So to sum up, not all Battlefield channels are going to die, but they are in decline or struggling right now, or just not having as much growth as they had before. It is possible to push through this, but yes, do expect some of them to go away or to just completely change or do something else for a while until the next BF. And now please give me your input as well. Let me know what you think, what you have noticed, any tips for channels you like, anything you want to say about the subject, let me know, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here or you just haven't done before and you want to keep up to date with my channel, help me hit that current 50k target. And all the links to my social media, including Patreon, can be found in the description and my pinned comment, where if you do support me on Patreon, you'll join the board of awesome you're seeing right here with all the epic people that already do so. I love them all deeply and of course often. So yep, all the links to that in the description and my pinned comment. And with that all said, I am GetGoodGuy and I will see you next time. Laters. Alright, the video didn't reach 10 minutes, which YouTube hates, so I'm just going to plug my Twitter, at GetGoodGuyYT. Go follow me there if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing and see some of the sometimes really unprofessional things I put on the internet. Alright, okay, bye. The recoil of the gun is reasonable, not kicking up too much, but having a bit more horizontal recoil than some other options. So at close range it'll feel very easy to use and control, but moving into mid and obviously long range,